Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Ankita Jain from DSPSR New Delhi. Today we are going to talk on module Job Evaluation, Scope, Process and Methods of Job Evaluation and Limitation of Job Evaluation from paper Human Resource Management. After completing this module, you should be able to understand, says an ILO report, the aim of majority of systems of job evaluation is to establish on agreed logical basis the relative values of different jobs in a given plant or machinery. That is, it aims at determining the relative worth of a job. The principle upon which all the job evaluation schemes are based is that of describing and assessing the values of all jobs in the firm in terms of number of factors, the relative importance of which varies from job to job. First, to secure and maintain complete, accurate, and impersonal descriptions of each distinct job or occupation in the entire plant. Second, to provide a standard procedure for determining the relative worth of each job in a plant. Third, to determine the rate of pay for each job which is fair and equitable with relation to other jobs in the plant, community or industry. Fourth, to ensure that like wages are paid to all qualified people for like work. Fifth, to promote a fair and accurate consideration of wage rates for similar jobs in a community and in an industry. Sixth, to promote factual consideration of all employees for advancement and transfer. And seventh, to provide information for work organization, employees, selection, placement, training, and numerous other similar problems. In fact, the primary purpose of job evaluation is to set wages and salary on the basis of the relative work or jobs in organization. It does this by providing a ground for the following matters. A. Equity and objective of salary administration, that is paying the people whose work is like and the same wages and establishing appropriate wage differentials between jobs calling for different skills and responsibilities. B. Effective wage and salary control. C. Union management negotiations on wages. And D. Comparison of wage and salary rates with those of other employees. Introduction. Job evaluation is output provided by a job analysis. As job analysis describes the duties of a job, authority relationships, skills required, conditions of work, and additional relevant information, job evaluation, on the other hand, uses the information in job analysis to evaluate each job, valuing its components and ascertaining relative jobs' worth. Meaning and definition. Job evaluation is an orderly process of determining the worth and wage for the job in relation to other jobs. It is the process of rewarding one job after it has been analyzed. Job evaluation is the process whereby an organization systematically establishes its compensation program. In this process, jobs are ranked to determine each job's appropriate worth. According to DiCenzo and Robinson's, job evaluation is using the information in job analysis to systematically determine the value of each job in relation to all jobs within the organization. It seeks to rank all the jobs and place them in a hierarchy that will reflect the relative worth of each. According to Kimball and Kimball, job evaluation represents an effort to determine the relative value of every job in a plant to determine what the fair basic wage for such a job should be. According to Wendell French, and job evaluation is a process of determining the relative worth of various jobs within the organization so that differential wages may be paid to jobs of different worth. According to Michael Armstrong, job evaluation is a systematic process for defining the relative worth or size of jobs within an organization in order to establish internal relativities. It provides the basis for designing an equitable grade and pay structure, grading jobs in the structure, and managing job and pay relativities. In the words of Gary Dessler, job evaluation is aimed at determining a job's relative worth. It is a formal and systematic comparison of jobs to determine the worth of one job relative to another and eventually results in a wage or salary structure or hierarchy. The ILO defines job evaluation as an attempt to determine and compare demands which the normal performance of a particular job makes on normal workers without taking into account the individual abilities or performance of the workers concerned. The Bureau of Labor Statistics USA says that job evaluation is the evaluation or rating of jobs to determine their position in the job hierarchy. The evaluation may be achieved through the assignment of points or the use of some other systematic method or essential job requirements such as skills, expertise, and responsibility. In the words of Netherlands Committee of Experts on Job Evaluation is a method which helps to establish a justified rank order to jobs as a whole being a foundation for the setting of wages. Job evaluation is the only one of the starting points for establishing the relative differentiation of base wage rates. Characteristics of job evaluation. Job evaluation is ranking of jobs, not people. It follows job analysis which provides data is respect of each job. It establishes a base compensation for the job. It assumes normal performance of the job by a typical worker. It ignores individual abilities of the performance of the job holder. The ranking that results from job evaluation is the means to an end, not an end in itself. It is used to determine the organization's pay structure. It is a systematic rather than a scientific process of establishing wages and salaries. Advin Flippo. The heart of job evaluation is determining of what criteria will be used to arrive at the ranking. DiCenzo. Job evaluation should not be confused with job analysis, which is concerned with collection of data about jobs. In job evaluation, one attempts to consider and measure the inputs required of employees, skill, effort, responsibility, etc. for minimum job performance and to translate such measures into specific monetary returns. Flippo. Difference between job evaluation and performance evaluation. Job evaluation. The job is rated keeping in view such factors as responsibility, qualification, experience, working conditions, etc. required for performance of the job. Performance appraisal. Employee is rated on the basis of his performance. Job evaluation. A job is rated before the employee is appointed to occupy it. In performance appraisal, evaluation takes place after the employee has been hired and placed on a job. Job evaluation purpose is to establish satisfactory wage differentials. Performance appraisal purpose is to effect promotions, offer reward, award punishments, assess training needs, resort to layoffs, transfer, etc. Job evaluation, it is not compulsory. Many organizations carry on without it. Where it is followed, it is mainly for lower level jobs. Performance appraisal, it is compulsory. It is done regularly for all jobs. Job evaluation committee is constituted for this purpose. Performance appraisal is done by employees themselves, superiors or group of people. Job evaluation, it is ranking of jobs, whereas performance appraisal, it is ranking of people. Essentials of a successful job evaluation. First, the support of top management must be won for job evaluation program. Operating managers should be convinced about the need for and program of job evaluation. They should be given training in fixing and revising the wages on the basis of job evaluation. Third, all the employees should be provided with complete information about the objectives, programs, and techniques of job evaluation. Fourth, clear and accurate job descriptions should be prepared, and jobs should be standardized before starting the evaluation process. Fifth, all groups and grades of jobs should be covered in the program. Similar jobs should be grouped together for this purpose. Sixth, the techniques used should be simple to understand for employees. Seventh, the acceptance and support of the trade unions should be obtained. Eighth, the factors selected for evaluation should be measurable and should represent the job content. These factors should be clearly defined. Ninth, the job evaluation program should not involve unreasonably high cost of installation and administration. 10th, in the evaluation process, the knowledge, judgment, and experience of human resource department, line managers, and outside experts should be pooled together. The focus should be on rating the job and not the job holder. 12th, job evaluation should be undertaken as an adjunct to collective bargaining. 13th, job evaluation should not adversely affect the terms and conditions of existing employees. Scope or importance of job evaluation. Essence of compensation administration. DeCenso and Robbins write, the essence of pay structure and compensation administration is job evaluation. Provides an objective standard. DeCenso and Robinson state external labor market conditions, collective bargaining, and individual differences may require a compromise between the job evaluation, ranking, and the actual pay structure. Yet, even when such compromises are necessary, job evaluation can provide a standard from which modifications can be made. Nucleus for pay structure. Once the job evaluation is complete, its data become the nucleus for the development of organization's pay structure. Pursuit of equity. Edwin Filippo writes, as a first step in the pursuit of equity, There should be established a consistent and systematic relationship among base compensation rates for all jobs within the organization. This is done by job evaluation. Reduce income disparities. According to Brian Lowe, job evaluation seeks to highlight significant disparities between units of work on a comparative basis and so produce a more equitable distribution of income within an organization that might be obtained by more arbitrary methods. Compatible with collective bargaining. Edwin B. Flippo writes that job evaluation and collective bargaining are not incompatible. They can and do exist within the same organization. Job evaluation would reduce the area of collective bargaining by systematizing the determination of internal consistency, which is concerned with proper wage differentials. Collective bargaining must still work to attain the objective of external consistency, the raising or lowering of the entire wage structure. Job evaluation should determine the shape of the wage structure and collective bargaining the location of the entire structure as a unit. Widespread adoption. The growing size and complexity of modern organization has made it necessary to adopt job evaluation for justification of pay differentials. It is generally felt in every industry that the case of difficulty to job or jobs involving skill, working hazards, initiative, etc., higher wages should be paid. Process of job evaluation. It is essential for an organization to develop a systematic and objective evaluation process to gain the confidence of the employees in the process. This is necessary because the results of job evaluation would form the basis for the sensitive exercises of pay determination. An organization can have its own process of conducting job evaluation. However, the following process can find acceptance in any form of organization with necessary organization-specific modification. The steps in a job evaluation process are identification of jobs to be evaluated, gathering relevant information about the job, determination of job ranking, selection of benchmark jobs, wage and salary surveys, and periodic review and feedback. Identification of jobs to be evaluated. The first step in a job evaluation process is the determination of jobs to be covered under the evaluation process. It is usually difficult for an organization to evaluate all the jobs of the organization. It therefore chooses a few key jobs which can represent a group of similar jobs for job evaluation purpose. Once the jobs are identified for evaluation, the next step is determination of the factors to be evaluated in a job. Factors like physical effort, mental efforts, concentration, communication and leadership skills, education and experience, job complexity, and pressure. Gathering relevant information about the jobs. The next phase of the job evaluation process is the collection of necessary information about the job being evaluated. For this, the evaluators may adopt data collection technique like interviews, questionnaires, and observations besides job description statement for gathering relevant information. At this stage, the evaluator should completely satisfy himself about the adequacy of information available for assessing the worth of the job. Determination of job ranking. After analyzing the information relating to the jobs, the evaluation assesses the extent of the pressure of the chosen factors in the jobs. Based on the result of such an assessment, the evaluator determines the ratings for each jobs. Similar factors are assessed in an evaluation process. The ratings reflect the relative worth of a job in comparison to the other jobs in the organization. Selection of benchmark jobs. The primary purpose of job evaluation is the development of pay grades for each category of jobs. In this regard, it is necessary for an organization to know what the other organizations are paying for similar jobs. However, it may not be feasible for an organization to ascertain the comparative pay scale of all the jobs in the organization. Due to this reason, the evaluation may select a few jobs which are normally found in every organization and are comparable in nature. These jobs are usually called benchmark jobs and serve as yardstick for determining the pay scale of all other jobs in the organization. Wage and salary surveys. In this stage, an organization conducts a survey of pay scales of the benchmark jobs in other organizations in the industry. Salary surveys may be conducted by an organization in a formal or informal way. Similarly, an organization may either conduct a direct survey to gather relevant information or use the published reports of professional agencies or magazines. Based on such survey, the monetary value of each job is determined. Many organizations often use informal sources like telephone, newspapers, and internet for conducting salary surveys. Periodic review and feedback. Development in the external environment influence the organization continuously and also caused changes in the internal factor. For instance, technological changes influence the job characteristics and requirements profoundly. Consequently, organizations are forced to review the jobs at periodic intervals to determine their worth in the changed context. Feedback should also be collected from different stakeholders like job holders, supervisors, managers, and unions about the various aspects of job evaluation to constantly improve the job evaluation process. Methods of job evaluation. There are four basic methods of job evaluation currently in use. These are ranking method, job grading method, point rating, and factor comparison method. These are discussed below. Ranking method. Under this method, all the jobs are arranged according to their worth. Jobs are arranged in simple rank order from highest to lowest. No attempt is made to break the jobs down by specific weighted criteria. Each job is judged as a whole to understand its relative worth by ranking one whole job against another job. Ranking involves preparation of brief job description starting with duties, responsibilities, and qualifications required for the job. Jobs are then ranked in order of relative difficulty or values to the company. Grade levels are then defined and wage levels are finalized. This work is done by a committee of judges. Job grading or classification method. In the job grading method, yardstick is provided in the form of job classes or grades. Jobs are measured as whole jobs. A scale of value is created with which jobs and their job description can be compared. This scale consists of grades and grade description. This method involves the following steps. First, preparing job descriptions. Second, establishing scale of values. Third, reading the job description and grade description. Fourth, allocating the job to one particular job. Fifth, all jobs are classified by the predetermined grades. And sixth, all jobs within one goods are treated alike in the matter of base salary. Point system. The most widely used job evaluation method is point system. It breaks the job down based on various identifiable criteria such as skill, effort, and responsibility. Then it allocates points to each of these criteria depending on the importance of each criterion to performing the job. Appropriate weights are given and the points are summed. Then jobs with similar point totals are placed in similar pay grades. A suggested procedure for point system is selection of the job factors, construction of the factor scales, evaluation of the jobs, conducting the weight survey, design the weight structure, adjust and operate the weight structure. Factors comparison method. In a sense, this method is an application of the person to person system of merit weighting to job evaluation. It incorporates a job to job type of rating. It is a refinement of simple ranking in that comparisons are accomplished job to job by factors rather than as whole jobs. This method is difficult from the point method only in respect of yardsticks provided for evaluating jobs. Under this method, only few jobs called key jobs are evaluated at the first instance. The steps in this method are as follows. Select job factor, select key jobs, determine correct rates of key jobs, rank key jobs under each job factor, allocate the correct rate of each key jobs among the job factors, evaluate all other jobs in terms of these factor yardsticks, design, adjust and operate wage structure. Limitations of job evaluation. First, though many ways of applying the job evaluation techniques are available, rapid changes in technology and in the supply and demands of particular skills have given rise to problems of adjustment. These needs to be probed. Second, substantial differences exist between job factors and the factors emphasized in the market. These differences are wider in cases in which the average pay offered by a company is lower than the prevalent in other companies in the same industry or in the same geographical area. Third, a job evaluation frequently favors groups different from those which are favored by the market. This is evident from the observations of Kerr and Fisher. They observe the jobs which tend to rate high as compared with the market are those of janitor, nurse and typist, while craft rates are relatively low. Weaker groups are better served by an evaluation plan than by the market. The former places the emphasis not on force but on equity. Job factors fluctuate because of changes in production technology, information system and division of labor and such other factors. Therefore, the evaluation of a job today is made on the basis of job factors and does not reflect the time job value in future. In other words, continuing attention and frequent evaluation of a job are essential. Fifth, high rates of pay for some jobs at the earlier stages than other jobs, or the evaluation of a higher job higher in the organizational hierarchy at a lower rate than another job relatively lower in the organizational hierarchy often give rise to human relations problem and lead to grievances among those holding these jobs. Sixth, when job evaluation is applied for the first time in an organization, it creates doubt and often fear in the minds of those whose jobs are being evaluated. It may also disrupt the existing social and psychological relationships. Seventh, a large number of jobs are called red circle jobs. Some of these may be getting more and others less than the rate determined by job evaluation. Eighth, job evaluation takes a long time to install, requires specialized technical personnel, and may be costly. Ninth, when job evaluation results in substantial changes in the existing wage structure, the possibility of implementing these changes in a relatively short period may be restricted by the financial limits within which the firm has to operate. So, students, let's now summarize what we have learned in this module. Job evaluation is a scientific technique of ascertaining the relative worth of different jobs in an organization. It helps to serve several objectives: gaining acceptance, constituting the job evaluation committee, selecting jobs to be evaluated, describing the jobs, selecting the methods of evaluation, weighing the job factors, assigning money values, and periodic reviews are the elements of job evaluation process. Thank you.